She sat in the salon chair for the third time this year. Same cut, same stylist, same feeling afterward that something still wasn't quite right. She couldn't name it. Her hair looked fine, clean, neat. But every photo from the past 2 years had started doing something to her face she didn't recognize. And nobody said a word. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work immediately. Today we're covering these hairstyles are aging you. And by part 3, you're going to want to stop and look in the mirror. I mean it. Here's what we're going through. Part 1 is about the cut that practically every woman over 50 gets at some point. It feels safe, it feels polished, and it's quietly one of the most aging things in this entire video. Part 2 covers the volume mistake, and this one physically changes the shape of your face in photographs. Part 3? That one surprised even me, because the mistake isn't the cut itself. It's something almost nobody talks about. Part 4 is about length, and where yours falls right now might be working against your bone structure without you ever knowing. Part 5 brings it all together with the swaps that take your look from dated to genuinely distinguished. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1, the blunt bob trap. You've probably had it at least once. Maybe you have it right now. The blunt jaw length bob, clean, structured, intentional looking. It's the cut women reach for when they want to look put together. And it photographs well in your head before you get it. But here's the thing nobody tells you at the consultation. This is the single most popular aging haircut for women over 50. Not because it's ugly, it isn't. But because of what it does to your face geometry after a certain age. It is quietly adding years to your appearance every single time you walk into a room. This one is everything. Your bone structure after 50 has shifted. The face changes, subtly but measurably, in ways that make the blunt jaw length bob work against you instead of for you. The hard horizontal line of that blunt cut falls at the widest part of your jaw and stops there, creating a visual bracket around the lower third of your face. That bracket draws the eye down. And when the eye goes down, your cheekbones go with it, flattened, minimized, and suddenly less visible than they actually are. That is what's happening in those photos. That's what you couldn't name. Now let's talk about what to do instead, because this is not about growing your hair out or starting over. It's about one adjustment that changes everything the blunt bob gets wrong. The fix is layers. Specifically, long internal layers that start at the cheekbone and move downward through the length. Not choppy layers. Not wispy layers. Soft, deliberate layers that create movement and allow your hair to fall inward and upward rather than straight down. When your hair moves, your face reads differently. The eye follows the movement upward instead of dropping to the jaw. Here is what your bone structure actually does with this cut. Those beautiful cheekbones that the blunt bob was hiding, they become the thing people notice first. A layered bob that falls at the collarbone instead of the jaw creates lift through the face. It frames rather than brackets. It opens rather than closes. And on camera, the difference is not subtle. It is the difference between looking composed and looking luminous. The swap is clean and specific. If you're reaching for a blunt jaw length bob, swap it for a soft layered lob, a long bob, that falls between the jaw and the collarbone with movement built into the cut itself. Ask your stylist for face framing layers that begin at the cheekbones. The length plus the layers is what does the lifting work. Maintenance note. Once you make this change, ask your stylist to refresh the layers every 8 to 10 weeks. Not the full length, just the layers. Layers that grow out revert to weight at the jaw, and you lose the lift you work to gain. The next mistake? It's not about your cut at all. It's about something you're doing to your hair every single morning. And it is physically reshaping how your face looks in photographs. That's coming up next. Part 2, the volume mistake that reshapes your face. Here is a question worth sitting with for a moment. When you style your hair in the morning, where does the volume go? Most women over 50, without realizing it, are placing their volume in entirely the wrong place. And the effect on your face is not subtle. It is the kind of thing that adds 4 to 6 years to how you read in every room, every photograph, every video call. Here's the truth that most stylists never say out loud. Adding volume at the crown makes your face look longer and your features look smaller in proportion. That hits differently when you say it plainly. Your face changes shape after 50. The mid-face, the area from your eyes to the top of your lip, begins to lose some of its natural fullness. That's not dramatic, but it is real. When you pile volume at the crown and flatten the sides, you are making that already narrowed mid-face even more compressed looking. Your eyes appear farther from your cheekbones. Your features read smaller. The whole face becomes longer and narrower in a way that photographs add years to, not takes them away. The fix is not to remove the volume. It's to move it. Volume belongs at the sides of the head, specifically at the temples and the area just behind the ears. This is where natural fullness used to live and gradually receded. When you rebuild volume at the temple and side area, the face reads wider through the middle. Your cheekbones look fuller. Your eyes look more centered and spacious. The whole face reads as younger, not because anything has been disguised, but because the proportions have been restored. This one shift. When you're blow-drying your hair, direct the nozzle sideways into the root area at the temples rather than upward into the crown. Use a round brush at the sides, lifting horizontally rather than vertically. If you use a diffuser, tilt your head to the side to let gravity pull the volume outward rather than upward. These are simple redirections, but they change what your face does in every photo you take from this week forward. The swap to remember. If your morning routine is currently lifting and building at the top of your head, redirect that effort entirely to the sides. Flat sides and high crown. Swap it for side volume and a smooth crown. The proportions this creates on your face cannot be achieved by any product, any serum, or any foundation technique. This is geometry working in your favor. One quick maintenance note. If you find the sides fall flat by midday, a small amount of texturizing spray at the root of the temple area, massaged in with your fingertips, holds the side volume without adding weight. Coming up next, the one thing about hair color that nobody in this space talks about. And it might be the most important thing in the entire video. That's next. Part 3. The color mistake hiding in plain sight. This is the one. I want you to stay with me here, because most women who watch this video will recognize exactly what I'm about to describe, and almost none of them will have heard it named this clearly before. The mistake isn't going gray. The mistake isn't coloring your hair. The mistake is the specific tone of the color you're choosing, and the way that tone is interacting with your skin in a way that is quietly, invisibly, persistently aging you every single day. Most women over 50 who color their hair are choosing a shade that is too dark, too ashy, or too flat. And I watched this happen in real time. A woman, beautiful woman, remarkable posture, the kind of face that photographs effortlessly, sitting in a salon chair 2 chairs down from me, getting what she called a natural refresh. Dark brown, cool-toned, even all the way through. She looked at herself in the mirror and said she loved it. I looked at her and saw her skin go gray. Here is why this happens. After 50, our skin loses some of its underlying warmth, the rosy undertone that used to offset cooler hair colors naturally. When you add a flat, cool, or very dark color on top of skin that no longer has that counterbalancing warmth, the coolness of the hair pulls the warmth from your face instead of framing it. Your skin reads sallow. Your eyes look smaller. Your face looks more tired than it actually is. Write this one down. The fix is warmth and dimension. Not necessarily a lighter color, and not necessarily gray. You don't have to stop coloring your hair, but you do need to shift the tone toward warmth and away from flatness. Ask your colorist for a base shade that is 1 to 2 levels warmer than your current color. Not orange, not brassy, but warm. Think soft caramel undertone in a brunette, soft champagne in a blonde, or warm pearl in a gray. Then add dimension through balayage or face framing highlights that are 2 to 3 shades lighter around the front. This creates the lift and warmth that post-50 skin needs to glow rather than recede. There's also a version of this mistake that affects women going naturally gray, and it's the opposite problem. Natural gray without any toning can lean yellow or dull. A purple-based toning gloss, used once a month, brings the gray into that clean pearl or silver range that photographs as radiant rather than faded. Your colorist can do this in 20 minutes as a standalone service. The swap. Cool, flat, all-over color. Swap it for warm tone dimensional color with face framing lightness at the front. Or for natural gray wearers. Untreated dull gray. Swap it for toned silver with a monthly gloss that keeps the color clean and luminous. Maintenance note. Warm tone dimensional color actually requires fewer salon visits than all-over color because the grow-out is intentional and soft. You gain both glow and time. I didn't expect part 3 to be the one people message me about the most, but it always is. Part 4. The length that's working against you. Let's talk about length. Not in the way you've heard before, not the short hair makes you look older debate, because that is not actually what the research shows, and it is not what your mirror is trying to tell you. The real length conversation is more specific than that, and it has everything to do with your face shape and the exact point where your hair ends on your body. Have you ever wondered why two women can have the same haircut, the same color, and one looks years younger than the other? The difference, almost always, is where the length lands relative to their individual features. Hair length creates a visual line. Wherever your hair ends, the eye stops. And wherever the eye stops, it reads that area of the body in detail. This is not abstract, it is how vision works. If your hair ends at your jaw, the eye reads your jaw. If your hair ends at your collarbone, the eye reads your collarbone and the elegant length of your neck above it. The stopping point is everything. Most women over 50 are wearing their hair at one of 3 problematic lengths without knowing it. The first is jaw length, which we covered in part 1. The second is bra strap length or beyond. Hair that is so long it has lost its shape, pulling the entire silhouette downward and making the face look distant and disconnected from the rest of the image. The third is the danger zone. The length that falls directly at the widest point of the shoulder. This last one is the one most women never hear about. When your hair ends exactly at the shoulder, full stop, no layering, no taper, it creates a visual horizontal line across the widest point of your upper body. That line reads as width. Not shoulder width, not body width. Visual width that travels across the frame of your face and your neck. It shortens the neck. It widens the shoulder line. And it makes your face look heavier than it is because the horizontal weight of the hair is sitting exactly where the eye already reads breadth. Yes, that's specific. The fix is to either go above the shoulder, ending at collarbone length or above, or to go below the shoulder with layering and movement that breaks that hard horizontal line. Both work. What doesn't work is ending precisely at the shoulder with a blunt or even cut. If your hair currently falls at the shoulder with no layering, this is the adjustment to make it your very next appointment. The sweet spot for most women over 50, collarbone length, with soft layers beginning at the chin. This length hits below the danger zone, above the weight zone, and allows the face to be the thing the eye goes to first. Your neck reads as long, your jawline reads as lifted, and your bone structure, those beautiful features that deserve to be seen, becomes the entire frame. Maintenance tip. Ask your stylist to point cut the ends rather than blunt cut them. Point cutting softens the line at the bottom of your hair, breaking the hard edge that creates that shoulder width visual. It takes 30 seconds and changes the shape of the entire cut. The next part pulls everything together and adds the one texture mistake that almost every woman is making on top of everything else we've covered. That's next. Part 5. The texture trap and the full transformation. By now you know 4 of the most aging hairstyle mistakes women make after 50. The cut that brackets the jaw. The volume in the wrong place. The color tone that drains the skin. The length that creates invisible weight. But there is one more. And it connects everything we've talked about in a way that either makes every other fix work beautifully or quietly undermines all of it. Texture. Specifically, the absence of it. Most women over 50 are wearing their hair either too smooth or too flat. Full smoothness, the kind that comes from straightening, heavy products, or overbrushing, removes the natural movement that gives hair its life on camera and in person. Flat, smooth hair lies close to the head, reduces the visual volume at the sides we talked about in part 2, and makes even the best cut look like it costs less than it does. Here's the thing a friend of mine heard from her stylist and immediately repeated to me. Smooth hair photographs as thin, and thin photographs as old. After 50, hair naturally becomes finer, and fine hair without texture reads as sparse, not sleek, not polished, sparse. The way to counteract this is not more product and not more heat. It is intentional texture built into the styling process. A light texturizing spray at the roots before you dry. A diffuser instead of a concentrator nozzle, if you have any natural wave. A small amount of mousse worked through mid-lengths before blow-drying on medium heat rather than high. What you're building is not volume in the usual sense. It is movement. Movement is what the camera sees first. Movement is what makes hair look abundant and alive rather than flat and controlled. Now, the other side of this mistake is over-texturing. Too much product, too much grit. Hair that looks deliberately styled in a way that reads harsh on camera. The goal is effortless texture. The kind that looks like your hair simply does this on its own. One product, worked through lightly, not plastered on. Think of it as asking your hair to wake up rather than telling it what to do. Here is your full swap list from today. Blunt jaw length bob, swap for soft layered lob at collarbone length. Crown volume only, swap for side and temple volume with a smooth crown. Cool flat all over color, swap for warm dimensional color with face framing highlights. Shoulder length blunt cut, swap for either above or below the shoulder with layering. Smooth flat hair with no movement, swap for light intentional texture that lets your hair breathe and move. None of these changes are dramatic. None of them require a full reinvention. Every single one of them is a refinement, a small shift that works with what you already have. Your bone structure was never the problem. Your face was never the problem. It was always the frame around it that needed adjusting. One final maintenance note. Build a texture step into your morning routine before everything else. Texturizing spray at the root before the heat, not after. After creates surface grit. Before creates body. That one change in timing makes everything else land better. The most important thing you're taking away from today? You were never aging too fast. You were just getting the wrong advice. You just learned the 5 hairstyle mistakes that most women spend years making without a single person naming them clearly. And in one sitting, you now know exactly what to change and exactly how to change it. That is genuinely powerful. Boom. Your bone structure was always this stunning. Now it shows. Tell me in the comments. Which of these 5 mistakes were you making without knowing it? I want to know which one hit hardest, because that tells me exactly what to cover next. Next time, we're getting into the one accessory mistake that adds 10 years overnight, and it is not what you'd expect. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.